a question from the audience. We have a question from Gregory Shuckman from Maryland, and he asks, given the danger of propagating misinformation at a large scale ahead of the 2024 election, what safeguards can or should be taken with respect to generative AI? Reid, what do you think?
It's a great question, Gregory. It's one of the things that I think is part of the reason why the White House is paying attention, and in addition to its general uh, care about governance and kind of our society, hence the recent meetings. I think the kinds of things we need to do is we need to say, well, we need to actually have a higher level of kind of validation of who the information's from. Is it from someone who is, for example, in the US case, a US citizen? Is this actually, in fact, their content that they're generating as a human being? I think we need to pay more attention to that. I think the platforms can help with that. I think we need to, kind of have, obviously we need to be attuned to the possibilities of deepfakes. Deepfakes are, where it's not just obviously language, but you can create videos and audio. And I think, what's going to play out with that is, I think, something we have to be quite careful about. Now, all of this, I think we're going to run the experiment a little, unfortunately, just because we have difficulties as a society agreeing on what civil discourse looks like and what's an appropriate thing to do. Like if someone goes on to social media and starts yelling vaccines or a plot by the government to put chips in all human beings, we go, oh, that's fine, that's great. And they're like, well, that really degrades our response as a society to a pandemic and to all of our health and our children's health and all the rest. And I think we need to sort through that kind of stuff. And we don't really have the right discourse mechanisms for doing that. And one of them obviously is freedom of speech and freedom of reach. And that's again within the AI content is, well, what gets amplified and how is that all discovered is one of the things that will matter within the electoral context. So those kinds of things we can navigate even as we discuss what the First Amendment means in terms of freedom of speech and what does that really mean? Because by the way, we do have regulation on speech, like truth in advertising, the proverbial yelling fire in the crowded movie theater and other kinds of things. I think are things that we need to kind of to apply those principles in the modern age. So it's a great question, Gregory, and hopefully we will navigate our way through it.